Hi, everybody. Brian Foote here, reminding you to subscribe and like these videos. I think we're just at about 2,500 or so subscribers. So, to all 2,500 of you, thank you for your support. There'll be a lot more coming. I'd love for you to jump into our new group on Facebook, but I'd also encourage you all to stay tuned because we'll be having some additional courses coming soon. Anyway, want to talk to you about Chapter 9. This is a preview of Chapter 9 of my book, From Insight to Upside. After we've gone through building up how to value a business, I want to tell you where you can get additional financial information about a company. There's a lot out there available by law, right? They're required to put this stuff out on the SEC's EDGAR website. EDGAR, EDGAR, for those of you who want to check it out. Our Securities and Exchange Commission requires that companies put out on a quarterly basis and also on an annual basis, right, the fourth quarter, their earnings in the form of in the form of financial statements known as Form 10K or 10Q. The K is annual, the Qs are quarterly. The idea here is that you can get your income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet laid out for you, as well as all the commentary and footnotes related to those. The version that's on the SEC's website is very cut and dried. You know, you're looking at basic HTML. Often, and with rare exceptions in the larger cap companies, you have company IR websites. So go on to Google or whatever search engine you like, type in the company name and look for that company name's investor relations. And you will find the more glossy version of the annual report, the annual letter, things like the proxy statement, which all of these are, all of these in their basic form are available on EDGAR. But IR websites often also include recent management presentations. So you could get the PowerPoint presentation that talk about what the company is up to. These are all free sources. This is the beauty of investing now, is that we've leveled the playing field. When I got started 30 years ago, my boss would ask me to call up the company and ask them to FedEx over the glossy annual report. You go back 70 years and Warren Buffett would have to go down to the library to get these sorts of things. Or I've heard stories where people would have to go down to Washington, D.C., sit outside the SEC's headquarters and wait for the release of these things. Now they're instantly available at your fingertips. So when you want to go analyze McDonald's, you could instantly go to their investor relations website the same way you would for NVIDIA or any other company, really, certainly in the S&P 500, but even down to the smaller cap companies, and look at what they're up to. Obviously, with the idea that they put their best foot forward. They put out a very pretty annual report. There's often a great letter. Some of the annual letters that are to be really closely analyzed include the one that obviously this man on the shirt here writes every year. If you go to Berkshire Hathaway's investor relations website, it's very plain, but you get Warren Buffett's annual letter to shareholders, and it goes back into the late 1970s. Those are good to read and review. He writes those from, and these are in his words, from the perspective of someone, a brother, explaining to his sister, literally. Warren Buffett is writing this to his sister, a big shareholder, a big supporter of his over the years, in language that she could understand about the health of the business in which they've both been invested for many years. Some annual reports are admittedly more convoluted, but they're all out there. And so, good source, the company itself. Number 2, EDGAR. Number 3, of course, more freebies out there. Yahoo and Google do a decent job of distilling the financial information for you. But again, always go back to the source. My recommendation to you is always go to EDGAR just to double check the footnotes and all the other information there. And again, join me for more. We will spend a lot more time going into footnotes, management discussion and analysis, and all the other fun things that you could find digging around in annual and quarterly reports, as well as proxies and 8Ks and all the other stuff that keeps people like me excited. Take care.